fellas.
What's going on, my people?
Hey, Luana, what's going on?
Good evening. She was in here early, boy. She saw the intro and everything.
Good evening. Good evening.
How's everybody feeling?
Good.
I feel even better Saturday.
You said you will feel any better Saturday?
I'll feel even better Saturday. That's my Friday.
Oh, okay. So Saturday you off until Tuesday? But you still in training, ain't you?
Yeah, but they only this week and next week.
Oh, okay. How's it going this week? How was this week?
I mean, they kind of just threw us on the phones because they had like this big thing. So, with like 3G, 4G, now they got the 5G, working on 6G. Some of the customers still have 3G, okay? But they thought they had until next year to switch them because they use cellular towers from Verizon and AT&T. Well, yesterday, they just got a note, no more from AT&T, no more 3G starting now. So there was a lot of customers, devices who wasn't communicating.
Because don't they mean they got to get new devices?
No, they just got to either get the radio updated, replaced or whatever, or this other connector thing that changed it, that upgraded from 3G to 4G. But a tech has to come out. So there wasn't no fix where we could just flick a switch.
Okay, my bad. I'm thinking you talking about cell phones. I forgot you doing it. Security. Okay. I didn't even know security system worked off the 3G and all that.
Some, wireless. They have wireless. They have some that's still wired.
Okay.
But.
All right. I'm with you now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Got you. Okay. Luana, how was your week? Let us know. We'll wait for it to come in. Jay, what's going on? Get yours out of here real quick.
Ain't much to explain.
Exactly.
There's Michael. Look at Michael.
Mike, what up, man?
What up, Mike?
I ain't heard from him in a couple of weeks, I don't think. Was he here last week? He came in
late last week.
He came in late last week. Luana.
Yeah, but I don't think he was paying attention. He be trying to get our numbers up while he be partying. He just have it playing, sitting down.
Who, Mike? Okay.
You see, he wasn't commenting. That's how you know when he ain't paying attention.
Yeah, he came in late and said something. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ryan? How we doing, man?
What up, cuz?
My week was decent.
Ryan.
He got kicked off prematurely last week, too.
Yeah, the producer just booted his ass. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of.
Oh, we cut off Jay Week.
No, it was simple.
His week is one sentence, every word. Every word his week was same old, I work.
Boom.
Man, if something would have happened, then it'd be like, man, let me tell you, women be shopping, women be shopping.
Oh, no, I do want to say that last week I got some beard soap from Shaka After Effects, and it's the best beard product I've ever used.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me.
So
and he ain't just saying this because he's trying to overshadow my skin.
I'm really not, even though her skin is looking very luxurious today. I'm really not. It is
luxurious.
It's not on the market yet. We got privilege, so it's not on the market yet. But
actually, what I was thinking about doing.
No, go ahead. I was done talking. Go ahead.
No. This is what you were talking about. What I was thinking about doing is.
Fuck my thought.
Huh?
Fuck my thought.
No, I'm saying this is got to do with what you're talking about.
Let's go.
I said what I was thinking about doing is because I have an extra one, and because it works so good, is I'm gonna take this one and cut it into 4, and then send them pieces to like some of our listeners. To exactly, we got other listeners in there with beers or something, so that they can try it out also. I don't want to get them a
Hey,
whole bar. I
Shaka.
know that's real selfish or whatever, but I don't think they need a whole bar. I want them to buy it. But in order for them to test it, I can take this one and just cut it into fours and send them out like that. Or I can take it and split because it don't take a lot.
It does not.
It don't take a lot, and it works really good because I did use it. But I got an extra bar. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a couple people testing it out because we got privilege, so we got a couple of the bars to hand out to people. So we did that. But I was thinking the other day that I could take this one here and just cut it up and then send it out to a couple of our listeners if they got beers, and so we can get a little more testers because it's not on the market yet to get a bigger test sample. Luana, to answer your question, skincare is After Effects All Natural Skincare. It's made by Shaka Don or CD Farrell, I think is what she calls it, or the name she goes back, but her name is Shaka Don. She does. Nicole is usually always talking about the skincare because she uses the soap. And Nicole, you got to send me. You got
what? Oh, she said she has to send me some of her skincare.
Oh,
yeah.
We didn't know you had it. No.
Yeah, she's esthetician too.
She's an esthetician. Yeah. Is she in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, we support everybody. So with that, my week was fine. What did I do this week?
Nothing.
I really did.
Quite a week like mine.
I tried to get a week like yours. I worked out. I did 300 twice off the floor. I did 315 out the cage. It's really about it. That's highlights of my week. I started a new client, a new fitness client. She started today. So we just did the assessments today. So, I mean, I ain't get a chance to really talk to nobody, you know what I'm saying, or walk her through anything. So we'll see how that works out. But that was really the gist of my week going in. Watch some TV. Let me see. Of course, I watched Bel Air. Did you watch it, JJ?
We watched
all 4 of them.
Yeah, we talked about it 7.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I ain't talking.
Of course, there's enough room for everybody, Luana. We try to make everybody successful. We want everybody to win. If we have to collaborate to do it, we'll do that. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to bounce ideas off each other. So send it on up. Just let us know what you got. If it's good, we're going to tell people about it. If it ain't good, we're going to tell people about it.
Speaking of.
So have y'all watched, anybody in the comment section, have y'all watched Bel Air, and what do y'all think about it? Because before
y'all start, if y'all have not watched it, it's probably gonna be some spoiler alerts for the first 4 episodes if we're gonna talk about it.
Right. So who has not watched it and maybe not plan on watching it? Some people just be so, I ain't watching it. They should leave a classic alone.
Tonight, Shay. What's up, baby?
I ain't seen you in forever. Where you been hiding over there? What's going on?
Snowfall tonight. As soon as we get off here, I'm hopping on that. I can't wait.
Never watched.
Is that good?
Hell yeah.
I've never watched Snowfall. Is Snowfall the one with the dude
John Singleton's? Yeah.
The one where he beat on the hood of the car because of how a motherfucker treat you.
Yeah.
That's a good scene. That's all I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's all
what it come on?
FX.
You still around? I mean, you coming? You know what we be hanging out at, Shayla. You got to come see. You got to tap in. You ain't been around for a holiday or nothing. Then y'all snuck off and had a little surprise or a little secret reception. Didn't tell the family. You know what I'm saying, my heart hurt. It do. I'm hurt. Don't I sound hurt?
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right. I will. I'm gonna get over it like in the next 30 seconds. What would you think? What did you think about Bel Air? Now, see, this is the thing. I'm afraid. I like Will Smith. He's my man. So I liked it. The first couple of episodes, like the first episode, I did not like Hillary's persona. I ain't like Carlton, period. I thought he needed his ass whooped. I still think that about him. And I didn't like Jeffrey the first couple of episodes. I didn't like Jeffrey until episode number number 4. Well, what it was is when I first saw it, I missed the first couple minutes of it, so I didn't know Jeffrey was the house manager with basically security. I thought he was the butler, and they're like, he ain't doing no butler stuff. He just there. Then when I went back and watched the first episode over, I found out that he was the house manager. I'm like, okay, that gave him a little better. Then 4th episode, I'm like, oh no, he a fixer. I'm cool. I like Jeffrey. I love Jazz character. I love how they did Jazz character, that he's not just that useless, get thrown out the house person. I liked Hillary's character after the first episode. I didn't like how bubbly she was when he first met her, when she first came in. I didn't like that, but I like that. I don't know how I'm feeling about Ashley's character.
There's nothing to really judge off of. She hasn't been in
it.
I mean but that's the only thing they gave you about her.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a TV show in 2022. It's on every show.
That don't mean I still gotta feel it.
And it's in the schools. All these little girls like trendy and want to like little girls at very young ages, at 12 years old.
Don't know how but the thing is, I think that's the only character that I kind of still overlap with the original. And that's probably
because she don't have much of a role right
storyline, so I wasn't able to separate her character.
Yeah.
So when I first saw it, I loved the
dude. You
dude
didn't know about it?
Will.
Oh my God! So now we're gonna tell her everything about it. She didn't even know what's going on. She not.
No, you remember like when the little boy put his arm around her? She was kind of like,
She was just shocked. She wasn't like, "Don't get your arm." She was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." She let it rock, but it wasn't. You could tell she wasn't really feeling because it wasn't there long enough. As soon as his arm hit, Jeffrey's like, "You ready to go, Ashley?"
Well, the first episode, I love the dude they found for Will. All I keep thinking is, where y'all find him at? It's like he does a great Will to me.
He
sound like him a little bit.
He created that.
I was telling Carletta no, he's not the one who created it.
That is him.
Not the one who's.
What do you mean created what?
That first you talking about when they first did the trailer 2-3 years ago?
Yes,
that wasn't him. No, from what I heard, the guy who did it, he's helping direct it, but he's not in front of the camera.
That's the same guy that was in it.
Yeah, he's the same guy who was in the trailer. But the guy who playing Will, they found him online because they showed the process, and even when they called him to tell him he got the part.
I could have sworn that was the same guy.
No,
I love him for Will. The first episode, I liked him. I like Aunt Viv.
Hold on 1 second, Nicole. No, it's on Peacock. Carlette, it's on Peacock, which is a free app. But I don't know if you have to have cable already to get the Peacock app, but it's on the Peacock.
Yeah, ain't Peacock free?
It's free, but I heard somebody saying that they had downloaded it and it was only letting them get the one episode for free. But I think that's probably because they didn't have a cable provider. I think it's one of the things you have to link it to your cable provider.
Oh, okay. So I liked Will. I liked Aunt Viv. This is just the first episode. I didn't like Uncle Phil because I'm like, you look like Morris Chestnut. How you Uncle Phil? And Jeffrey, I didn't feel any kind of way. I didn't like Ashley because I'm like, okay, y'all just went and found a light-skinned little girl with curly hair. It's like y'all looked at her hair and said, okay, but Ashley's dark skin and you went and got a light-skinned Ashley, and then Hillary's light skin and now you got a dark skin Hillary. So I was really comparing it to the sitcom, right? And I'm like, and Hillary is, Daddy, I need $500. This girl is like,
period.
Right, and doing it big, and for you know what I'm saying, trying to, it was like, but I really liked Will. So then when I just watching, the second episode, I like everybody, and I had to realize it's not a remake, it's a reboot, and it's more like a drama, like Greenleaf or something. It's not a comedy sitcom, and a lot of the stuff I saw online was kind of negative, right? Just from people commenting and, because Carlton doing drugs and why it always got to be this. And now they put they making Ashley gay and Carlton doing drugs and the gun violence. It's always this when it comes to Black people. It can't, but it's like it's showing adversity and they still overcome it. Everybody is still successful. Will is a straight A student. And what is he, a D1 basketball player,
recruit,
right?
D Boogie.
And Carlton is, good at his little
Carlton
sport.
actually, I like the fact that he ain't just, I don't want to say a nerd, but like a scrub. I like that he was the man. He was like big man on campus when he came in. You know what
I
I'm saying?
will say this: the real Carlton came off to me as just an Oreo. This Carlton in the first episode, I did not like him. I was like, he coming off a little
I ain't like him in no episode.
GHEY.
He needed his ass whooping in every episode. I think he need hands put
But
on.
but after watching all of them, I really, really enjoy it. I feel like there's adversity. It shows adversity. It shows stuff that's happening today. And everybody's successful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody successful. Hillary's doing her thing. The father, the mother's an artist, and look at what's his name?
I didn't like the mama friend.
What's his name? Jazzy Jeff. What was his name? Yeah,
Jazz.
he a business owner.
Yeah, I ain't like the mama friend, the one who talking about she need to be a get back to painting. She just seemed like she trying to start shit.
That's why Jeffrey trying to hit.
I think Jeffrey already bumped it. I think Jeffrey bumped it. How she kind of walked away from.
But speaking of that, though, like, I don't want to get too much away for the people that haven't seen it. But there's a little, even like in the real one, there's a little bit of a battle between Will and Carlton. And it kind of is a good segue into our topic.
And we got a couple of family on here, so I'm glad I see Deshaun on here because we're gonna talk about some family issues. So hopefully y'all stay on so I can hear what y'all got to say. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the topic today was actually about family and how we treat each other. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at our topic and Deshaun being on here.
Why?
Because of our topic and Deshaun being on here.
I don't get it.
What's the topic?
Family. But see, here's the thing though. Like, okay,
I'm gonna let you get into it, so I want to explain because you know why I'm laughing. The topic is basically shit you rock with family no matter what they do. Basically, in a nutshell, it's more than that. But I'm just thinking about Deshaun and family and rocking with them no matter what they do.
You're stupid.
And with a certain person, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that particular person has that same relationship with everybody, really. But I think before we even start on that, we have to define family, right? Because blood doesn't necessarily make you family, right? So will we really be talking about relatives as opposed to family?
I think in context to what we're saying, it's more related to blood, because the thing about it is, if a person ain't blood, really, you mostly can cut them off. It's different for everybody else, because once I'd say somebody family, like Paul, you know what I'm saying? You're not blood, but that's my brother. No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's family to me. You know what I'm saying? And that there's it is what I truly feel is what you just said. But I think when we're talking about dealing with a person, no matter what, most of the time it's about family. Because the ones who you want to cut off most of the time and don't is because of blood. If it ain't no blood there, at one point you can always say, "Well, I don't rock with that person." You know.
I think it's tough, right? Because specifically with my immediate circle, right? Just speaking to my mom, my dad, my brothers, like, I can't fathom not speaking to them. I couldn't fathom not. I don't even think there's anything they could do or say or anything that can happen that would make me not want to deal with them. You know what I mean?
Hey, family.
But in that same token, like, I see the dynamics of a sibling relationship and how it can be altered by a person's behavior, the certain characteristics that they present. So it's kind of like a catch-22. I think for me, I don't know that I'd be able to give an unbiased opinion, because I don't feel like within my circle there are many that I could just say I'll cut you off and walk away from.
Okay, now Marquita says blood just make you family. You can still cut them off if need be. Let's be real. How much of our family really fuck with each other? I know I don't need with none really.
But see,
That depends. Because honestly, I'm like a linchpin. There's too much. There's nobody in our family that I really don't talk to. There's just about if you need to get into contact with anybody in the family, you more than likely can call me. And that don't mean I hang out with all of them, but I still talk to them because to me, family is really important. Now that doesn't mean that I'm like inviting them to every function that we go into or something like that. Or like we got family members who I tell people in the door ain't no earthly good. I tell them, nah, you don't want to rock with that person. He ain't no earthly good, or they ain't no good for you. But then you'll still see me hanging out with that person. We'll sit around, we'll probably play video games or whatever because they my family. And you know what I'm saying? I don't never wish nothing bad happens to them, but I deal with them at a certain distance. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a real long handle spoon, but it's but like that short handle. Like I'm still keeping them at a certain distance, but that's just because I know who they are and how to deal with them.
Yeah, Michael, I have a family member that's extremely toxic, extremely toxic. But I deal with them kind of with like a stretched arm. You know what I mean? At arm's length. It's kind of like I don't cut you off, but I don't fully allow you in anymore either because I've been burned by this person. So I kind of figured out a way to maneuver within that relationship without having expectations. One, which is also something that I think we set ourselves up with, right? You expect the person to be who you want them to be as opposed to being who they really are. So a lot of the times you got to kind of take yourself out of the situation and just accept people for who they are. And then you have to make the decision, can you deal with that type of person? If you can't, then regardless of whether or not they're family, for your safety and sanity, you need to cut them off, blood or no blood. But specifically in this case, with the toxic family member, it's just I deal with them at arm's length. You know, like Vail said, you can come over and hang out, but I know how far it'll go. I don't expect things from you. I don't get my hopes up and expecting you to be a person, anything other than what you've shown me.
So let me
DMX
ask you, if
said
he
you
wasn't
trust
your
him.
family, and was the same exact person, would you still allow him to come over and kick it, or would you just be like, nah, you're not my friend. I don't mess with people like you. No.
If this,
Well, see, that depends
I
on when
think
I find that out for me.
well, specifically for me, with this person, they are fun to be around. You see what I'm saying?
Ledge, you are sister. So you do have that. You're our sister cousin.
For the safety, I will love you from afar. That's 100% fact.
So
But specifically in my situation, to answer your question, Nicole, I would say it's tough to answer that really because this particular person is actually fun to be around. It's just that when you've been burned by somebody, you kind of go into it, you kind of clam up, right? So I don't know that if this person was not a family member, would I not deal? I would probably not. I definitely wouldn't allow them to my house because I really don't even allow many people over here now. But hanging out and going to places, well, honestly, no, because there's really not much that this person does that I'm into. Actually, now that I think about it, so maybe not. Because
my thing about that is
one hobby. There's really not much else that we have in common.
I think it depends on how we became friends and when I found out that the person ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So like say if I find out first meeting or whatever, then no, you can't cross. But the thing about it, I'm going to kind of know your personality while we're hanging out. So we get to a point where I understand that, okay, this person is shit, I know how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like DMX on that. I trust everybody. You know what I'm saying? I trust everybody to be who they are. So like if you're a liar, I trust you to be a liar. You know what I'm saying? And I deal with you like that. If you're a thief, I trust you to be a thief. I just deal with you as a thief. I don't leave shit around you. You can't come to my crib because I'm not putting that up at my house. So if I think you're a thief, you're a thief. You know what I'm saying? So if I know you're going to lie, you're going to lie. You know what I'm saying? I trust you.
But what if it's a situation like I've been in this situation where even my mama would be like, why are you hanging around this person?
You feel
and
the
it's like,
same way.
yeah, I know. And it's like, I know this person does X, Y, and Z. I've seen them do X, Y, and Z to people, but they would never do that to me. We like this, and till they did it to me.
I'm gonna answer
I want to
answer
Legs too, but I want to let you get that out, Nicole.
So I just was posing a question, if it was a family member that you knew did some jacked up stuff to people, and you know that they do this, they might step on people, they gonna do whatever they need to do to get what they need to get, and you know, but they ain't gonna do me like that because we like this, and then they do you that same way you watch them do other people.
I'm him.
He is. That's him.
I'm him. I'm him. I'm the guy that's like, nah, you ain't this person won't do me like that. You know, I don't give a fuck what happened with you and that person. Like me and this person tight. You and that person will never do me like that.
And guess what happened?
Not once.
I mean, that happened
not
to me
twice, not 3 times. You know what I mean? So it's just you gotta kind of, like I said, you gotta kind of deal with it. You gotta know your limitations. But to answer Led's question, I don't feel obligated to deal with anybody. I think I'm past that point in my life. Blood does not mean that you get to ruin my sanity, my peace. You know what I mean? Like nah, I don't feel obligated. Blood does not give you the right to ruin that. So no, I don't feel obligated to put up with them. But like I said, person is fun to be around and I know how to deal with you. We can rock, but it's only gonna go to a certain extent.
And my
okay,
answer
so like
to
they
that,
say, what if
hold
it's
on,
a parent?
hold on. My answer to that is I don't feel obligated to deal with anybody, but I'm very loyal. And I think it's not blood, but it's with me giving you the designation of family. So once I consider you family, you know what I'm saying, and we hang out. Don't get me wrong, I meet a distant cousin we just met. I'm like, hey, cuz, what's up? I give you a chance to kind of get into that circle because we just meeting. But I'm like, yo, that's my cousin. Like, cousin is a different term, I guess, but family means something different to me. So if I consider you family, I'm very loyal. Very loyal. You know what I'm saying? Once I get you in my circle. So it's not that I feel obligated because of blood. It's just the fact that I've given you my trust, and I think that I've put enough thought, or I've watched you enough to kind of understand how you operate. So I don't expect anything from you but what you are. You know what I'm saying? Now, if something happens beyond my expectations, my feelings are hurt, and once my feelings get hurt, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, I think that what you're saying though, it goes back to what I said initially. Like you got to kind of, well, what you said you do is you accept people to be who they are. You know what I mean? But also, once they've shown you who they are, you gotta, like you
I
said, you can
accept
only
it.
accept it and only expect them to be who they've shown you. A lot of the times, you give people a chance, and you expecting them to turn into who you see in your mind for them, and they're constantly showing you this is just who I am. Whether it's a parent, whether it's a cousin, uncle, aunt, grandma, granddad, toxic is toxic. You know what I mean? And you got to kind of figure out what works best for you and your sanity.
What
For
do you
me,
mean
I
when you
think it
say is it a
is.
toxic family member, a toxic parent? What do you mean?
Yeah. So for me, I think
What if the
in that
toxic family is
respect,
the
it
parent?
is the blood thing for me. Because for me,
Because you
I
don't let
just
nobody
feel
be
like,
your friend.
huh?
Because you don't even let nobody be your friend. If they ain't family, you ain't even try to talk to them.
Well, there you go. But I just feel like I have unconditional love. And I think people don't have unconditional love. So because I truly love unconditionally, even when people hurt me, I might stop talking to them for a while. I've had a cousin I stopped talking to for 5 years. And then we back talking. You know what I'm saying? And maybe not talk for another year or so. But I can always forgive and come back because I feel like we family. At the end of the day, I'll be like, at the end of the day, that's my cousin. I might not like her right now, but ain't nobody gonna fuck with her. I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. You know. Now, if it's just somebody that's not family and they screw me over, I don't know. I just feel like, and this might be, rose colored glasses. I feel like my family feel the way I feel about them. So no matter what we go through, we can come back because we family. But if it's somebody that's not family and I feel like you could treat me this way, I'm automatically feeling like, oh, you don't care about me because who am I? If you treating your family this way, you don't care that much about me because I see how you treat your own family. So
I
I'm
kind of feel
straight
the
on that.
opposite of that because like my and initially my expectations for my family are so much higher than any. I say this all the time. I don't have friends. All I have is my family, right? You've been in my house plenty of times. How many times you done met somebody I call a friend, Bill? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I met
A couple, but not really. I mean, how long we been rocking like daily? You know what I'm saying?
No. This is the thing. I haven't met him at your house.
No, I'm just saying. Period, though.
I met him accidentally. Like one of them came to coach football. He's like, "Oh, that's my guy. You know him? He ain't your friend. You ain't mentioned him until I met him. Now all of a sudden he was your friend."
No, but it's my expectation for family is much higher. So I feel like if a family member was to cross me or do anything that I would deem unsavory, like I wouldn't. It would be harder for me to kind of forgive that as opposed to a friend. Because I feel like Bill said, as a family member, I feel like loyalty is owed between us, right? There's nowhere we can go where you would feel like you in whatever situation you in by yourself. Wherever we go, me and you together, with right, wrong, and different, we handle it when we leave there. But when we together, it's you and me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Three of us. It's opinionated, right? We go out as a group, we gonna all come back as a group. When I'm with family, if I'm with a friend, I don't necessarily expect that. I feel like I need to protect myself. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to feeling like we got each other. So my expectations for family is a little bit higher.
I think the only reason my opinion of that is different is the couple friends that I have are family. So it's the same expectation.
But see, that's the thing. We go back to what I said. Blood don't necessarily make you family. If we talking relatives, then it's a different conversation. But blood don't necessarily make you family.
And so to me, friend is like, you know what I'm saying, in a chain for a very long time. I would not call a person a friend. It's like, no, that's an associate. I know that person. They're my friend. You know what I'm saying? Friend is a heavy word to me. Friend is equivalent to family with me. You know what I'm saying? And my family has grown as I've gotten older. You know what I'm saying? Because like the guys that I grew up with in the hundreds, they were family. I'm saying they can come to my house and I didn't have to be there. You know what I'm saying? They were family. And so then it got a little bit extended because then when I met Paul, he became family. You know what I'm saying? So I brought that in. So I got a couple people who are friends, but that's friend and family is the same to me. So we're saying the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But my expectations are the same for that. You know, and the other question was about if it's a parent, like if it was my parent, that's rough. It's rough to answer, but then it's not. I'm built weird. I guess I'm a bit sociopathic, I guess, because like I'm the type of person where if you don't fuck with me, then I don't fuck with you neither. And that don't matter who it is. Like it was a minute, like I hadn't talked to my daddy in like 2 months and we wasn't beefing. It's like, you ain't talking to that? I'm like, nah, he ain't called me. So shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't fuck with me. I ain't fucking with him right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm just I'm good in my own bubble. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't have to reach out to talk to you. That don't mean I have a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm good in my own space. But I don't know how to deal with the fact of people saying a toxic parent. Because I can't really understand what that would be. Just I didn't have the privilege. I've seen it outside of that.
Definitely not a privilege. It's definitely not a privilege.
Okay, right. But I'm saying, but I've seen it outside of my surroundings and my boundaries, and I still can't understand it because of the fact of how my mom and dad was. I don't how much I love family. I don't really understand when a person be like, I don't fuck with my cousin, or I don't fuck with my brother or my sister. I'm like, you don't fuck with your sister, your brother. I mean, in my head, you say, okay, I'm upset with him right now. We ain't talking, but just to say I don't.
Yeah, I can say that I've seen that strained relationship between a parent and a child close, but not close enough for me to feel close enough for me to feel the effects of what that relationship did to one party of it. And it's not good. It's tough, really, because especially if you're talking like, I don't know if you're speaking like between a parent, a mother and a son, or a father and a daughter, those relationships that are supposed to be like super strong bonds. When you don't have that, well, I don't even want to say in this situation you say you don't have that, but you don't have that with your biological mother. It's tough, right? Because everybody know, even you and me, both mama's boys, right? I feel like there's nothing my mama could do to me, say to me, that will make me be like, I ain't talking to her ever again. She might piss me off, and I'll be like, all right, I ain't fucking with my mama right now. But there's nothing she could ever do to me will make me feel like I'd never talk to her again. You know what I mean? And in this situation, it's kind of like I've watched my brother deal with that. You know what I mean? And it's not. It's tough to navigate, right? Because from the outside looking in, I see my brother hurt, right? I see him hurting.
Right.
Damn, I can't do anything to help fix that. And in the same token, it's like, man, leave that person alone because you know they toxic. But in the same token, I know how I feel about my mama. You see what I'm saying? So it's like there's no way I can really say, hey, step away from that, knowing how I feel about mine. You know what I mean? And my mama, to me, in my eyes, is a great mother. You know what I mean?
And
so,
you know what? I got an idiotic ass view about that because instead of saying step away from her, I'm gonna say she's like, fuck is you mad for? That's your mama. I mean, she's just gonna say it, you take it and move on. You know what I'm saying? I'm callous to that because I haven't been in it. You know what I'm saying? And in my head, that's mama. Like I tell kids at the park all the time, mama don't do no wrong. When mama wrong, mama right. That's how it is, period. You know what I'm saying? Mama say something, whatever mama say, you take it. If you get mad, you go in the room screaming to your pillow or whatever it is, but that's mama. So mama don't do no wrong. Mama wrong, she right. You don't have no say in that. So when I see somebody having an issue with their mom and bumping heads, in my head is like, why are you even arguing with your mama? Shut the hell up, just take it and walk off. Because I don't have that type of relationship. I've never been in that situation.
And I feel the same way. I just think that's how we were raised.
I also think you're looking at it from one side of the lens too, because it don't necessarily have to be an argument with the mother. The mother could just treat you bad. And that's a situation where as the child, you may not ever buck up against it. You may not ever express your frustration. You just keep getting shit on. You see what I'm saying?
And
And
I've
that's where the
seen that.
strain comes from. You know what I mean? It's like every step of the way, anytime you need something, I'm there for you. And the first chance you get to fuck me, you do it. You see what I'm saying? So, and then I never say no, I don't got it, or no, I can't help you. It's always, damn, you made me feel bad right now. You hurt my feelings or whatever. I get over it. And then you call me and you need something, and I'm right there for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's a real strain in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to say something to Ron. Ron had made a comment. He had said, he said, you got one time, to F me over and it's a wrap. I still rock with you, but when you betray my trust, I can't rock with them the same way. And that's kind of like the question. Is it because it's family? You still rocking with them? Because if it wasn't family, would you just throw them away for, you still rocking with them? Is it just because they family? You already said they done betrayed your trust, or they done effed you over. Why are you still allowing this person the opportunity? Even if you feel like I'm not letting you back in the same way, they can still F you over in a minute way.
Yeah, you're right. I think in those situations, like deep down, like it is just because it's family. Because the way that we can speak specifically to our family, the way that we was raised is that family is always first, right? We always look out for each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I can say, at least specifically with us, it would be because we share the same blood. What if the mother never raised that child? I still think that connection is still there between the mother and the child. I think specifically in this instance that I was talking about, the connection is still there. The love is from the child is still there. So I think it's still tough to say, hey, walk away from somebody who you really haven't been around a lot. You've been around another mother for the majority of your life. But that biological connection between the mother and the son, I think is tough. That bond is tough to break.
I think it would be the same as a distant cousin. If the biological mother didn't raise the child and the child don't really know the mother, okay, now I know you my mother. I don't know if that family bond would be there. It's just like if you meet cousins that you ain't never met before. Would you, if you just met a cousin and said, oh, nephew, this your cousin, and you ain't never seen them, you grown now, would you allow them to mistreat you? You'll probably be able to be like, go ahead on.
But I think the thing is, I wouldn't allow anybody to mistreat me. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think the thing is, family, and maybe it's just
your tolerance is higher for the mistreatment.
Or give them more chances.
My tolerance is so high, but it's because I had great examples, and I don't want to act like other people didn't have great examples. I mean, I know what they had, but coming up in my family, you know what I'm saying? My daddy had 7 brothers. You know what I'm saying? 7 brothers, 5 sisters, or whatever. And it's just the fact of what I saw around them, it just ingrained certain things.
8 brothers.
Like, wasn't he the 8th? I didn't. One of them died. I didn't never meet him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it kind of ingrained, like without even being said in our family, there's a kind of hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even outside of like brothers and sisters, like even with the cousins, if one of my older cousins come to me and say something, I'll be like, hey, go do X, Y, and Z. most of the time you do it. You like, okay, you might whine, man, why you talking crazy? But you do it while you going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
There's one older cousin who ain't going to tell you to do shit.
But that's because I've gotten older and he's not worth shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it had to get to that because you got to realize for a long time that was my favorite person in the world. That cousin right there was my favorite person in the world. You know what I'm saying? There was no wrong that person could do. And then I got older and realized he wasn't no earthly good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it just like I still hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't never throw him away. He can call me and talk as much as he wants. And see, there's just certain things. There's just certain things that I don't do with that cousin. That's all. Certain things. But it's just the fact that I don't know how to shut off. Like if a person walks in today and one of my uncles like, hey, this your cousin such and such, I'm gonna invite that person in. You know. You know that I'm gonna invite them into the fold, but they have a limited.
I don't like how y'all talking about my cousin.
And but you know what? To kind of to piggyback off of what you're saying too. Ironically, I have a cousin that I don't really have a relationship with that I'm trying to build one with, and so like we got a group text with all my first cousins in it. And I just included another cousin in it, but I wanted to talk to them first because we don't have a relationship because of unforeseen circumstances.
Now, question:
we don't have a relationship.
Did you warn this cousin about?
I did. I warned this cousin before I even put him in the group that first to even make sure that they were okay with if they wanted to have the relationship, because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying, to put a person, especially with us, our personalities are strong, right? So you put a person in a group with 12, 13 other Applewhites, and it's like, who the hell? What is my family?
What you put me in?
So it's like a warning as to how crazy we can be, but how loving we are, how trusting we are, how loyal we are, how much we look out for you, and how much we are not like the person that you don't like. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's legit. You have that they still have their shield up, right? Because it's like I still don't know y'all. You my blood, but I don't know you. So like, do I call you family at that point?
I'm laughing at Legs comment.
So Tammy joined us. She came in to have my back, but we ain't having that type of conversation today where they be trying to double team me.
Did she just say
we actually just so that
somebody?
she know we having a conversation about toxic family members, and do we is it just because they're family? Do we still mess with them, or can you just cut off family, or because they family, you're gonna keep on giving them chance after chance?
You have to really, really, really be on your way to hell for me to cut you off. That's family.
Yeah, that's a fact. Family got to really do some
it take a lot.
Family, and they have to.
For me to cut you off, if you ever hear about me cutting off anybody that's an Applewhite or related to them, wow, no, you shouldn't even speak to that person. I'm gonna tell you, that person comes, you should hit them with it. It take a lot for me. I love my name, Applewhite. I love being an Applewhite. Anybody related to me, it takes. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't finna let you come in here and do no BS. You are gonna get told about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off on you. All that stuff. You're gonna get all of that. You're gonna get chastised and everything. But that don't mean we're gonna chastise you and then you can't come around. No. We're gonna curse you out, go everything, and then you come on back around the next day, and we're gonna go right back to doing what we're gonna do.
It ain't even gonna be the next day. You're gonna get cussed out, then you're gonna get fed.
Yeah.
You're gonna get cussed out, then it's gonna be let's go get something to eat. You know what I mean?
Like, told your secret to who? Oh wow, mom and dad.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those family, but what do you about those family members that acting like they really support you, but they hating on the back end and doing stuff on the back end to sabotage stuff you got?
If you get back to me, we're gonna talk about it. That's the one thing that I love about the family members that we hang out with most of the time. Ain't no hide nothing. Nah. Nothing. Nah. Whatever you did, trust me, it's gonna, and then it ain't gonna come out behind your back. We're gonna be there together. Everybody says, man, why your dumb ass? I heard you eating ass. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come out.
Oh shit!
So I mean, ain't no secret there. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna be that person to talk, if you gonna be that person to talk about it, then you know what I'm saying.
Oh shit!
Man, want to come around. So
Oh man. Nah,
it's gonna come out. I love my family. I mean, and they can say whatever. When I come in, if I did something, get on my ass, I'm gonna be like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Most time we gonna sit there and take it. We did when we gonna take it. I'm gonna put my head down, take it. But I ain't but nothing. Shut up, okay?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that actually extends beyond like just this group. You know what I mean? Like my other cousin Shayla, Tina, Pooby, like we all call each other and let each other know when we on some bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? We all hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? We all want to see each other succeed. We all gonna be there to support each other. You know what I mean? So with that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't think I can give an unbiased opinion because I don't have, and specifically with that, the ones talking behind your back, like I don't know any family members that do that. If it is happening with me,
I know some.
To you,
I know some, but they in that chain over there that somebody was talking about earlier with the, you know what I'm saying, toxic people, whatever. But I don't rock with them. Now, trust me, there's some family members that I don't rock with, but they are extended family members. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had one family member, I don't want to put, it's a female, but you know what I'm saying? We had an issue. I felt a certain way. We didn't talk for 2 years. We barely talk now. But, you know what I'm saying? I've told another family member, me and her could talk at any point. She can come talk to me at any time. She my cousin. I love her. You know what I'm saying? I was upset about the situation and how she handled it, but we can always talk. Now, her husband, on the other hand, he can't say hello to me. You know what I'm saying? He not my family. You know what I'm saying? So him, I've knocked his head off his shoulders. He needs to stay away from me. So, but family, you get that time. You know what I'm saying? We do have family members who ain't shit. Let's say, even though they
I'm not saying it like, yeah, of course, every family got people that's not worth shit. But I'm just saying, within the ones that we around, like I said, the ones that you know ain't shit, you keep them at arm's length. You know what I mean? You know how to deal with them. Or I wouldn't even say the ones that really ain't shit. It's certain family members that just don't do they all not into the same shit, right? Y'all don't do the same thing. They don't make them a bad person, but y'all just not into the same shit.
I think what you would have to quantify bad person.
Wow, y'all, wow. You see,
hey.
You know what? I think he on everybody's shit list, to be honest.
He on everybody. Everybody gonna take that leg off of him.
Wow.
I don't think they're gonna pick his ass back up. They're gonna make him get up on his own. Throw his leg down the street, goddamn. Go get this one.
So, wow. But on the most part, we got a loving family, though. Love it. And the nigga with the peg leg who we talking about, he know that too. He know people want to whoop his ass. But you know what the thing is? He also know that our family's so cool. As much as we want to whoop his ass, he gonna still come around and hang out. And he know ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. And he understands when he gets to the point where he annoying people, he gonna get up out of there. He'll get up out of there. But he's not gonna not come around because he know that he done did some BS and more than likely a lot of people in the family want to put hands on him. But guess what? He family, so ain't nobody touched him up. So he gonna come around, say if something going on, he gonna be right there, right up in your face. Cuz, what's up? Trying to give you a hug and everything. And the minute he know, okay, I done did too much today. Let me get on up out of here.
Nah, that's true too. I feel like everybody that want to get in his ass, if they say anybody else, not
exactly, Deshaun. That's how I feel about my family. I might not mess with you, but ain't nobody else.
I don't know about this one.
You gonna ask questions, but you gonna still be there to help. You gonna ask questions. What the hell you do to this man to make him take your leg? You know what I'm
saying? Did none of us run over there and take care of them niggas who took his leg? It was like he all right? He just gotta lose his leg? Yeah. All right, he good. I'm gonna tell you what happened when he got the little fight. He was like, hold up, he got shot. He good? No, the niggas right. Hold up. Over on such and such did it? Yeah. They shot him? Yeah. He good? Well, he probably got to lose his leg. Oh, he's just gonna lose his leg? Yeah. All right. Don't get me wrong. When we thought it was a little more critical, it was like, okay, we gotta go take care of some people. When it was like, he gonna lose his leg, he deserved that. You know what I'm saying?
He deserved that. Sometimes it's in God's plan. You got to sit down and think about shit sometimes.
Yeah, hey, it's above me now. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple conversations too, Linnell, about what happened. So that's why we let it go.
Man,
that's why we left it alone. So it looks like the consensus is in on the Applewhite side that don't too much family get cut off. But then I think that's also depends. I think the thing is, like I said, like with Shayla, she my cousin, I love her, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think she rocks with family, with not family. She don't rock as deep within the family as we do. So I think it's easy for her to kind of cut us people off from family. I think she's more with the nucleus, you know what I'm saying? Like from her pops to like,
I think that, but also comes with that is the fact that you gotta look at it as kind of like generational, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of our cousins, I don't know. And the same with Shayla. You know what I mean? Like we have a huge family. Like I was talking to my other cousin, she just got married, and her doctor has the last name Applewhite. But she's married into the family, you know what I mean? But we don't know the person that she said she was married to. I can't, the name is it's fleeing me right now. I can't remember that name, but I'm pretty sure it's some way related to us by one of our uncles. You know what I mean? It's just a simple fact that we have so many family members. It's hard to keep up with them. You know what I mean? So I don't know that it's easy for her to detach herself from family. You know what I'm saying? It's just some family you don't know, and it's hard to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Get that relationship or that bond when you really don't know them.
All right, Luana, don't forget you got to let us know about your product. So you either got to send us a link, a website, or some of the product or something. You got to let us know something. And I think you're right, Jay. It's generational, and I think it was just easier to get in touch with family when I was younger because I moved around so much. Like I was everywhere.
You also got to think about it now too, like how everything is. It's kind of siloed, right? You have everybody has their nucleus, right? Everybody has the core few family members that they deal with on the regular, right? And then it's like, oh, you should hang out with such and such. This is family. You cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I may not be as tight with them, and you bring them around, and that's how that bond builds. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily have that right now. And honestly, this is what we talk about in our group chat, is to kind of build that back up, because specifically with my first cousin, when we were younger, we was together damn near every weekend. And now we might see each other once or twice a year. You know what I mean? So it's trying to build that relationship back up to what it was. And obviously, we've all grown to have our own families and shit like that. But in the same sense, as we got younger, now we like your generation, and we got a generation of cousins under us that really don't even know how close we was, you know what I mean, or how we rock. So it's kind of like trying to bring that back into the fold as well. So it's all a process, but we're gonna get there.
So I think the consensus is that you don't cut off family, no matter what.
I don't think it's no matter what.
You take a break from them. I think the thing is, we all say you take a break from them, but with them being family, at some point they're able to come back around, and you're gonna give them a chance to see if they outgrown their idiocy. If they're not family, then once that break is permanent.
I think it depends on what the family member did. And honestly, I think Nicole said something earlier that kind of sparked my interest when she said she has unconditional love for her family. And I hope though nobody take this the wrong way, but I really feel like the only unconditional love I have is my children. You know what I mean? Like I feel, and then when I say that, it does not, it's not to say that I don't love everybody else. Well, I don't really.
That's a lie. You just lied.
I had to catch myself. But I feel like with my kids, I don't care what they did. I don't care how bad it was. Like I would never turn them away. Like never. I don't care what they did. There's no, they could be the worst of the worst, mess, whatever you want to think of. And I don't think that there's nothing they could do aside from take their mother from me. And then it's like, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But like, well, I guess that is conditional, right? So maybe I don't love everybody unconditional. I mean, and even then, in that sense,
the thing. You do have unconditional love outside of your children. You love Cuz unconditionally.
Oh,
I ain't
my
trying to
security
sound.
guard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, okay, you're right. All right, okay, I lie. I love my wife unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, I feel like that shit is reserved for
That's what I'm
special
saying.
people,
This,
right?
this is the thing about you. What you're confusing is you love all your family unconditionally. You don't like them unconditionally.
Okay, I could agree with that.
When they do some stuff, it's like, what the? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Now it's sitting down like, you need to fix this. Hey, my man, you need to get this going. Stop that. You need to get this here. Why are you doing that dumb shit? Let's get this here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because, and that's even because of how much you love them, because you want them to be the best version of themselves that they can be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and if I see you, just like even the conversation we had earlier today, the minute you get to this point, you're going to get this set up so this motherfucker can do this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
You love them all unconditionally. The like part, now that has conditions, especially on a
What
day-to-day
Nail
basis.
talking about? What Nail talking about when he said that and y'all said he was crazy?
I don't know. What did you say that we called you crazy about, Little Neil?
I think he talking about only love his kids unconditionally. Maybe.
He love his kids conditionally. He crazy. He got conditions on all his feelings that he passed out. Nicole has a big heart. You can't give everybody unconditional love, not worthy. And if they're not giving it back to you, yeah, bye. I don't believe that, Tammy.
Tammy can dismiss somebody in a minute.
But just because you can dismiss,
but she does give them chance after chance after chance and benefit of the doubt and benefit of the doubt.
But just because you dismiss somebody don't mean that you unconditionally love them. Well, okay, that's not true. Because I think, in all honesty, most of the love that you have for a person has at least that one condition of being able to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Or to show you a certain number of respect. To me, love is reserved for my family. Everyone else, there is requirements to our relationships.
I don't recall you ever saying that, but that makes a lot of sense.
He ain't never said that.
I don't recall you saying that, but that makes a lot of sense. And then
I feel like Mel, the people I call friends, like Tammy, like Michael, they're like, I feel like no matter what they say, that I might be like, whatever. I never think I don't want to talk to them no more. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that comes up in my mind that I don't want to fuck with them no more.
I don't know why, because I ask you all the time why you talk to Tammy.
Whatever.
Stupid.
See that? Look at she like you most days.
Most days. That's the condition right there.
Why you talking to her? You know what I'm saying? She ain't family. What the hell? That needs some conditions on that. That person needs some conditions on it. Never has he said that, Tammy. Thanks, bro. He got my back. You know what I'm saying? He's smoothing out
family picking up the pieces.
Picking up the pieces in that. So it seems to me though that the consensus is that you don't turn your back on family. Well, not that you don't turn your back. Family is never a definitive not fucking with me.
I think though we can't say never, right? Because there's some shit that can be done by family will make you say you're not gonna fuck with them, right?
It is. But the reason I guess I don't think it because in my head, if it's family, they ain't gonna do those things.
Doing that shit, right? But fool me once, shame on
me once, right? Fool me twice, and
twice. Not gonna fool
me
again. You know what I mean? Like we've been in those situations where you feel like a family member, and it could be just in those situations. You look at it, you look back on it in the small shit. You know what I mean? But if a person do small shit like that to you, it's only a matter of time. Especially if you allow that behavior, that it's only gonna grow and get bigger and bigger, right? Because
I think that's one of the issues too. We also have to realize that too is if you allow disrespect, it grows. I mean, the small like me, ain't no forms of disrespect. We ain't accepting none of that. So I think that's also teaches the person, even with family, how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it has to be cultivated. Like, say a new person in will see us hanging out and think we're being disrespectful to each other. Whereas, like, no, this is how we show each other we love each other. We've been doing this from day one, you know what I'm saying? Because we know that we respect each other so much. We can talk regular to each other, and you can tell how it comes out. Oh no, they just kicking it. Because guess what? Half a second after it come out, we're gonna be laughing about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody new into the crew, they have to understand that this has to be earned. You can't come in here and just start calling me out my name and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's just different. I think sometimes you can get tired of giving that unconditional love and not getting even a corner of it back, so you tend to just let it go. You still love them just from a distance. Ain't nothing y'all doing that will make me not deal with you, but I know y'all other families are not the same. Like I said earlier, it take a lot for me.
What other families? I ain't got no other family.
I think he meant like. I don't think he meant directly to us. I think he meant other families.
Oh, he's saying, but y'all other fam. Oh,
yeah. I think he meant other families, like in general.
I'm the only one on here with another family.
I got another family.
You just said you don't have one.
Because they all one to me. I lump them all the same, but I extend out like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, say my daughters, the mothers of my children, I kind of invite them in. Now, some of them I have excommunicado. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't going to say shit, but I was, we was going to talk about that one after.
Some of them have decided to leave the inner circle, you know.
They left the circle of trust.
They left the circle of trust.
But that's how I feel, Legs. I do have unconditional love. And if I do feel like a family member is just too much, or if I feel like they bogus or they doing this, and then why would you do me like that? I will still fuck with you, but it'll just really be at a distance. I gotta love you at a distance. We ain't finna be talking every day. I'm not about to be telling you stuff how, we're not about to be close, but I wouldn't completely just throw you away like I don't know you.
That is true, because I mean, we did have a talk about a person who I keep asking you, why are you fucking with that person? You know what I'm saying? And you just won't let go. But guess what? I'm the same. Jamarcus asks me all the time about a certain person. Why you keep fucking with that?
I don't even want to get into that topic.
You know what I'm saying?
That person got a ass whooping on their way by a couple family members too. That person got an ass whooping on their way. Goddamn.
Ass whooping, a couple court cases, everything.
But you know what? Honestly, though, when it's all said and done, I talk shit and I call that family member on bullshit, and I say it all the time. But I understand, because at the heart of that person, it's not a bad person. You know what I mean? They're bad at certain aspects of life, but as a whole, this person is not a bad person. You know what I mean? So I understand why you would allow that person back in, but keep them at arm's length. You know what I mean? Because at the heart of it, they're not a bad person. It's okay to let go. Not everyone deserves your love. That is very true. That is a fact.
But it's hard. It's hard. Especially once you let a person in. It is hard to let go.
It's hard once you form a bond.
Yes.
Once you formed a bond with someone, it's tough to walk away. It's tough to walk away from somebody who's walked away from you and you've had a bond with them, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have family. You have family that maybe when you were younger, you were really close to, and then you're not muted, Nicole. Okay, yeah. You have family members that maybe when you were younger, you were really close to, and for some reason, whatever, you guys may have separated. You may want to figure out what the reason is. That other family member don't really care to speak to you. You know what I mean? So, and I've dealt with that as well. You know what I mean? So it's tough to kind of let relationships go when you have that bond, especially when you don't know what caused the fray.
Okay, I'm going to go to Carletta first, and I'm going to come to Deshaun. So Carletta said, what would y'all do if a family member started showing signs of serious mental illness or even flirting with suicide? The first thing I would probably do is talk to him and kind of gauge it from there. If I felt that a person really needed some help, I would, hey, we got to get him some help. And depending on who that family member is, is shows who I would call on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we do have subsections of family members. Some of us rock tighter than others. You know what I'm saying? So you have to call in different family members. If it's my family from down in Inglewood, I'm gonna probably call one of them. Hey, such need help. We need to go get this person into a doctor. Something they talking about killing themselves. You know, if it's a family member like that, because that's really not them being toxic to me or something. That's. But I would do that for people who are not in my family too. On that level. Now with Deshaun saying God chose your family, but you can choose your friends.
I feel like God chose your relatives.
There
God,
you go.
God chose your bloodline, and you can choose your family.
There you go.
I feel like we don't have a say so in what family we're born in, who our parents are going to be, grandparents, whatever the case may be. We don't have a choice in our bloodline, but we do have a choice in who we allow within our family and who we allow to share in our peace. You know what I mean? And in some cases, unfortunately, destroyed it. But it's tough, right? Because navigating through that, through the relatives, it's rough because you still have that bloodline, and then there's a tie there, right? Like the one family member that pisses everybody off, you know what I mean? Like we still love them, you know what I mean? It's not like it's nothing. It's not like you if something happened to them, we won't be hurt. It's not like we want something bad to happen to them. It's just kind of like you push them back, you know what I mean? You just kind of hold them at arm's length, you know what I mean? So it's tough. But yeah, the roughest part I think for all, especially for people that deal with toxic family members or toxic relatives, is the fact that you don't have a choice in that, right? You don't have a say so in who your mother is. If your mother is that toxic parent, you don't have a say so in who your father is, your brothers are, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. You don't have a say so in any of that.
Who just blocked Tammy?
Huh?
Why was Tammy blocked?
Why was Tammy blocked?
Who blocked Tammy?
I don't know. It just says Tammy Harris was blocked.
Hold on. Let me see if I can take care of that. No. I don't know why. Hey, producer. Look at
You won this, family? Why did it take me so long to get that?
I got that as soon as he wrote it, but then as soon as I saw that, it popped a message that said that.
Did Facebook do that because she said amen?
Which is stupid. I would hate for that to have been the reason.
I don't know.
Beyond dumb.
I don't know why I said she was blocked.
She said amen a couple times. Maybe they think she's a bot.
No. Because I'm looking at her, when I pulled up her profile, it doesn't say she blocked. It's giving me the option to block her, but
she looks like she was blocked in StreamYard, which is weird. I don't know.
It says now, Marquita says you don't have a say so in who your family is, but you do have a say so in who you have to deal with or cut them off. Meta did it. Go to YouTube. I don't know if she can see that saying go to YouTube, but I think the thing is, it depends on what you use as family. I think the term family to us, we're using that outside of bloodline. I think we're saying that by blood we call them relatives, because family is people family is like my own village. Who I allow to be family is who I call my family. So sometimes that's outside of, you know what I'm saying, bloodline. That's outside of that. My family is who I choose to keep around me and hold close. That's what I consider family. Relatives, I can't say. I'm saying relatives is just about, you know what I'm saying, that's a bloodline thing. So
yeah. So it's
God blessed me to be an Applewhite. He gave me a wonderful lineage to be a part of, but then I allow other people to take part of the journey with me as family. So we're gonna figure it out.
Applewhite. We said we might have one or two, I don't even want to call it rotten apples. We got one or two outliers, but for the most part, our family is amazing. Like I wouldn't, if I couldn't have asked to be born in a better family, to be honest with you. Like the love and support that we get between each other, and specifically the ones that you really rock with. When you got an Applewhite in your corner, You got a fighter.
I'm
You got a
saying.
hustler. You got a motivator. You got everything you need in a person. Everything you need in a person. So,
Yeah, because now I will not forget to call you this month because I need that washer and dryer, bro. So be expecting that call this month. I ain't dropping the ball.
We got her back.
It was Facebook. All right, Tammy, we got you back. Root Soul, I wanted Facebook put me in trouble for that white meat comment.
And then you gonna say it again.
Then she threw it back up there. I didn't see that comment. What was it?
No, when she first got on, she said, when you said cut them off, and she said cut them to the white meat.
To the white meat. Oh, okay.
Oh. I don't know. Well, we're glad you're back. And she came right back with the same comment.
But she on YouTube now.
Oh, she on YouTube. I was going to say, we're going to know in a minute if they ban your ass again.
Man.
Them poking, that's true because I don't really feel like I deal with my bloodline. They've hurt me the most. But some people that I call family have been there when I need them. I can see that.
She ain't say the whole thing.
Yeah. I feel sorry for everybody who don't have that apple white love, you know? I do.
That's a fact.
Y'all need to get an apple white in your life. There's enough of us to go around. All you got to do is get one.
I'm telling you. That's way more than enough.
Enough of us to go around. Get you one.
And the one.
Make sure we don't mess with a cousin.
Please.
Hey,
get you what?
This, if you talk to some of these apple white men and ask them how many babies they got, they ain't stingy. So, you know,
they giving them out.
Helping too, you know.
Before we decide to get out of here, we're gonna let y'all know next week, because 2 weeks ago, one of our author Durancier asked us to talk about mental health within Black men. So that next week, that is the topic. Because you know y'all women be all on that. My health is mental. I need to talk about mine. It's about Black men.
The women don't have mental health issues, so we definitely need to talk about y'all crazy tales.
See, it's already being a joke. Already being made a joke. See, we had such a good show, Nicole.
Who said I was joking?
Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her face.
She's trying to squeeze in. She's trying to squeeze in some help for these women and their mental illnesses. It's okay. That was she was trying to play a mind. That's that Jedi mind trick. She wanted us to be like, no, y'all got some mental health too, because y'all and see, you know, now we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. This is about men and their mental health. Black men and their mental health. That's what we're talking about.
Please do. And please tell somebody. Tell somebody who may not know about Opinionated. Everybody.
Please do. But that's what we're talking about next week. And I love the engagement we had this week. Hopefully we can have this same type of engagement next week about mental health within our Black men, kind of help out. Even if you got a suggestion, don't come in, don't be too rude, because I'm gonna be rude back. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind that, then come on with it. But if you're a sensitive, tough guy, don't do
what y'all mean about mental health? Is it like why y'all do some of the things y'all do? So you about to offer up a bunch of excuses?
All right. We're not gonna
or mental health where men might feel suicidal.
We appreciate all y'all comments. We appreciate the interaction from everybody this week.
Also,
Tammy, hold on real quick. I wanted to say, Tammy, this is our first time really seeing you comment in the show. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. But for those who don't know.
She went in on one. Y'all got to go back and watch the video. She watched it after and she was just commenting.
Oh, I gotta check the one out. What I wanted to say is that for those who don't know, our co-hostess here, Nicole, she actually has another podcast. Y'all do it on Monday, right?
She's gonna change the date. So she had paused it for the new year. So she's on here, so she can tell you.
Yeah, I was gonna hit to that, but I know that she's on it. So Tammy is the.
But she does another one.
Yeah, we don't care about that. We're not going to promote all her shit.
Y'all might like it. It's like football. It's a football podcast.
Yeah, she does a football podcast. But Tammy, put your handle on for your YouTube channel so people can go check you out for that. And then you guys check out her and Nicole. They do a music podcast. It's Tammy, Nicole, and another young lady, correct?
Tawana Bate.
To what?
Tawana.
Okay. Yeah. They do a musical podcast where it's actually musical information. It's not they're not singing. They actually talking music. So old things like that. Check them out. That's Walter's sister, my BFF. What?
I'm assuming one of the co-hosts is
Tawana. Tammy, Tawana got a brother named Walter. Tawana last name is Bate, is what I was saying. It's both with an E on the end.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so make sure y'all check that out. Applewhites, if y'all still in here and y'all ain't left yet, y'all cannot make me out to be a liar. I just called us a supporter. So if y'all ass ain't back next week, we ain't looking at it as a unit. So next week we need y'all back and bring friends, bring your husbands, bring your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your cousins. We got the Pokes in every week. We got the Dons in every week. We need to make sure we keep these Applewhites coming in every week. So we appreciate y'all. Tell other people, come back next week. We love y'all. And did I forget anything?
Yeah, share this video. Like this video.
That needs to be blocked.
Yeah, who is that?
I got him. He gone.
Yeah, idiot.
Wow.
Yeah, I got him out of there.
That was from YouTube?
Yeah, that was on YouTube. So with that, follow us on all platforms. Follow us, like, subscribe, hit the notification, tell all your people about it. Tell a friend. There you go, Shaka. Tell a friend, what we got new coming up? Anything?
We got some stuff under wraps. Nothing that we ready to disclose just yet.
All right, so we got to get a little busier in our back office with that. Right. So
and shop the After Effects. She has beautiful skincare, beard conditioning. What is it? Soap? Or what is it?
It's a detox bar. It's the best product that I've ever used on my beard. I said it at the top of the show, closing the show out with it. Whenever it hit the market, y'all make sure y'all get that.
It even help your beard connect, I think. Because you was a little patchy, wasn't you, Jay?
No, I wasn't. Don't disrespect me like that.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna tell you now, though. What it did do for mine is it took the crunch out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was a little dry, so it got it where it don't feel like I'm gonna start a fire when I rub my hands on it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about beards. They be feeling all like pubic hair.
Yeah, that's because it's not being maintained,
moisturized, and maintained correctly.
So what's the smell like? Because sometimes beards be smelling.
Smell.
Nah,
that's the wrong.
I don't think there's an actual scent on that one. If it is, I don't know what it is, but
it wasn't nappy because it was just, you know what I'm saying, dry. So man, why y'all so evil?
And this one, we wanted that. This is what we're gonna subject ourselves to next week, right? All the men gonna get attacked. Y'all nappy beard ass will be all right. Go comb your feet and get rid of that mental health.
We gonna help y'all overcome.
You gonna help us overcome, all right? So, well, thank you, Sean. We appreciate you sticking all the way to the end too, baby. I love you. So,
yes.
After what we did to her husband, after what Jay did to her husband,
what you do to her husband?
In the very beginning, in the beginning stages of the show, he was our very first guest, wasn't he?
What'd I do?
How soon we forget?
What is Lang and Lavin? What?
Remember when we wasn't too well versed on controlling, so we sending messages to each other.
I was telling the producer that we needed to move to the next guest. I was not being moved. Man, get out of here. You starting stuff. See, that's another part.
Oh, John, what you talking about? Your beard is smell. You put it in you put it in smelly stuff. What? It do hold a scent for a while though.
I mean, I smelled a stinky beard. It just smelled like it smelled like dirty. It smelled like you don't have your hair needs to be washed. It smelled like, if your hair needs to be washed, it smelled like, because it was a lot of big beard, so it smelled like it needed to be washed.
You ain't answer if it was before or after.
I don't know what you mean. Before or after what?
He was putting it in a smelly place.
Messy Mel and Messy Nicole. She like, don't do my husband.
Thank you.
Oh God. Okay. We gotta get out of here, y'all. Once again,
I was kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Again,
We didn't do
Again.
anything.
Hey, we knew what you were talking about, Deshaun. We definitely knew what you were talking about. So once again, like we said, hey, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification if you have not already done so. Man, what you waiting for? Let's go.
I think that's everything.
That's everything. With me and like a pomade and oil, or just one or the other. We don't know what we like. Just give it to us.
I'm not with the pomade because I ain't too much into the styling of the beard. I just need some moisture and some oil.
You don't want no locks, no twists?
Nah, I'm cool on all that. But I got a cousin. I saw him Friday. He got his shit braided. You know what I'm saying? So it may be something out there. There's a place in the market for that. But I don't necessarily need it. With that, I think we can close out.
That's it. We will see everybody next week. We are back next week. We're talking about Black men health. And tell all your friends. Come on out, have a conversation with us. And we see y'all next Wednesday, 7:35. Out of here.
Love y'all. Peace.